Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Beyond the Case, which is a podcast for global leaders from the Harvard Business School's OPM community, where leaders join in a personal capacity and share the real decisions, failures, mental models that go behind building enduring companies. My guest today is Iman Mutlaq. She is a very dear friend. She inspires everyone, especially when it comes to fitness. She was in OPM 67 with me. So it's great to have you here, Iman.
Yeah, thank you so much, Suhin, and thank you so much for this podcast. It's really nice to read everyone that you did for them, and I'm happy also to share here with you.
Great. Iman, do you want to introduce yourself professionally and tell us about what you do?
What I do, I'm Iman Mutlaq, and I'm a grandmother for 5 amazing grandkids. And also, I have 2 young men, and they are my partner as well in Ingot Group. Ingot Group is an international financial brokers. We established this business as a family business, and now we are running uh, around 12, 13 countries by today. And we are doing very well. Thanks, God.
It's great. So, Iman, start with your early beginnings in life, your teenage years. What did that look like? What kind of a person were you and what drove you back then?
Early life, I started. Actually, my dad passed away when I was 6 years old, and I grew in a world where there was like no a man figure in my life because I d- I didn't have the chance to have a father or a brother, and I grew up in Saudi Arabia where it's a very male dominant place where everything has to be done by man and driving car by man and all of that. So I get to understand that either I have to depend fully on a man, which I don't have, or depends on myself and grow myself. So since I don't have the other side, so I had to depend on myself and to do it all by myself and to be the man for myself and the woman for myself as well. So I started my first business when I was 14 years old because I wanted to pay for my school and to pay for my education and not to let my mother do anything for me. So I started by doing a pen and to write down like on that pen, like good luck, happy birthday, whatever, and to sell it to my colleagues in the school. Made a lot of good money. I didn't know how, but money was coming so easily by that time. In the age of 16, I had my first car by myself and I had really a good money to start with. And life took me from there, understanding very well that I can do anything I want if I put my head into it. Nothing called impossible, and everything that I can do it. So that's it. I got engaged very early in the age of 16, married in the age of 18. And I had my 2 kids, and I was so young and got divorced in the age of 26. So in the age of 26, I had to find out what should I do and how can I grow these 2 kids. Plus, my mother was with me. So I had a very good, lovely responsibility. And that's where my journey started, like also to take the next step to shape who I will be the coming years.
Your marriage, was it arranged or did you meet your partner by yourself and fell in
No,
love?
actually, I met him, and as any kids, I fell in love quickly. Like, yeah, this is the man of my life. And we decided to get married quickly. And he's such a great guy, and we still in a very, very good connection together. But the thing is, because maybe I married so early and I was so like on fire, I want to build everything. And the difference in age was only 2 years. So when I was 16, he was 18. When I was 18, he was 20. So maybe we got quickly into that relationship and we are completely like not having the same dreams and same way of living. That's why we decided just to say thank you so much and just to separate or to get divorced.
How old were you when you had your first kid?
When I got divorced, I was 26. I had that by that time my 2 boys, Hussam and Ahmed, and the difference between them is 4 years. Ahmed was 2 year, and Hussam was 6 years.
Okay. So you became a mother at about 20 years, very young in life.
Yes.
Were you still working and running your business when you went through your marriage and your pregnancy?
Yes, actually, I always like been running my own business. In the age of 18, I decided to open a company for export and import. And I decided to work as getting a tender where I know nothing about tenders, nothing about what I'm going to do or entering. But it happened to be like because I'm very ambitious and I want to do things and I'm hungry to do it. So it was like, yeah, just show me and I will do it. I know that I can. I know that I can. And that's where I want to really put a big lines under every dad, what he's saying to his kid when she's young. Because even my dad passed away when I was 6 years old, but I remember so much that he always telling me, you can do anything you want. You can do it. You can do it. You are more strong than any man. You are more strong than any boy. You can do anything you want. And that words stayed in my ear till today. So every time like I face challenge, I just close my eyes. I call his words. I call the energy when he was like just telling me that you can. And it gives me so much energy to, uh, to overcome any challenge that I face in my life. So yeah, I had back to your question. I had by that time a companies it's like starting here and doing a lot of good business here, a lot of good business here, and yeah.
Your father, was he an entrepreneur, a business owner, or was he working a job somewhere?
Actually, my dad he went to Saudi Arabia a long time ago, like in the late 40s, 1940s. And he was married to my mother and he didn't get any kids for 14 years and he got me after 14 years, which I have only one sister from my dad's side. He was working in Saudi Arabia with the Ministry of Education there by that time. And he was also entrepreneur because he used to write his books and to publish it and to give other lectures and other work.
When you started your initial businesses as a woman in Saudi Arabia, did you face rejection? And if yes, could you share some um, scenario around what rejection looked like for you?
Okay, in age of 14, I left Saudi Arabia actually, me and my mom and my mother, and we went to Egypt because her family lived there in Egypt. They are not Egyptian, but they lived in Egypt. So when I went there, I started this business in the age of 14 in Egypt, not in Saudi Arabia. I faced challenges, yes and no. Yes, which is like I was like just want to run and to get more money and to work, and there was like schools and teachers where like you can't do this, you can do that, and all of these things. And I had to make it like with a sense of humor to all the teachers and to get them my side. So, for example, like in one of the classes, he was like, "If you cannot waste all my class where I want to teach the people, and you are running around the students taking money and selling your pen." And I was like, okay, but end of the year, he wants money from me. So please help me to get the money. So I ended up on that class, like the teacher is coming himself to collect the money from the students to give it to me so I can sit down on my chair and listen to what he's saying. So that was like something like I laugh every time I remember it. How on earth that I convinced the teacher to come and help me to collect the money in the class instead of teaching his class. So yeah, was like the small challenges, and it was open. Actually, I didn't see a big challenge, like a really big challenge.
Did you ever doubt yourself that you could build something meaningful, or did you always have a belief in you?
I always know that I will do that. Actually, there was a story that I told people that it's really shaped who we are. You know, when we are young and we play this like house girls and like, okay, I want to be this, I want to be this. And so I was with my two cousins and three of us, I was like always playing that I'm a queen or I'm a business owner. I was like by that 12 years or 13 years. And I put like something like with a long tail and I'm busy and I'm going work and all of that. My other cousin, she always played that she has a lot of babies and she put all the pillows as the kids, and she was like feeding this and changing diaper to this, and a lot of them. And the third cousin was so lazy, and she doesn't want to come and participate with us. So she was always on the bed and saying, you know what, I'm sick, so I wanna stay in bed, but just to keep watching us and laughing at us. We grow up and we met like 3 years ago, and I was like, my God, I became a businesswoman. My cousin, the other one, she had 14 kids. She's a mother for a 14 kids. And the third cousin, uh, she's ill, and she got like a disease that it's a very rare in the world. And till now, she's trying to heal out of this disease. So whatever we play when we are young, it became our reality when we grow up. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is something true, and it's like really very powerful.
So grateful to you for saying that. I have a 3-year-old daughter, and I catch myself correcting her or correcting people around her when they tell her she shouldn't be doing something, or speaking to her very innocently using certain words which may get ingrained. You don't realize. For example, the word no. No is negation, which it can come about in your actions if you keep hearing no, if you keep saying no a lot. I personally believe your ability, you feel your ability can be restricted in some ways. And so there's a way to positively reframe the same messaging. So I'm very grateful to you for sharing the long term consequences of how you approach childhood with your little one, and also how children look at their childhood activities, how that could have long term consequences in some way.
I
I'm
want
very
to add
grateful
one
for
thing
sharing that.
that also parents grow in their kids, which is the fear of money or how to respect money. Like when I was very little, I remember always like my dad putting money in my hand and telling me, always keep money in your hand. So when your friends come, you want to pay the bill, because the who pay the bill has the power. So that also kept that inside my mind, not to fear money, not to feel that the money is dirt, not to feel that the money is not necessary, but to respect the money, because money gives us the ability to live a good life and to be who want to be as well. So this is something also very important for the dad to put it inside their kids.
Going back to your second business, the export business, you said you had no credentials in that industry, and you still decided to attempt building that business. How do you look back at that confidence that you had? What worked for you in terms of making that business successful?
When there is no one tell you that you cannot, so you don't know that word. You know that you can. So every time I remember that days, it's like it starts with a friend of ours from Saudi Arabia. He came to visit us in Egypt to see how am I doing. And after we moved to Egypt and everything is okay. And I was like, yeah, everything is okay, but I want you to help me in something. And he said, yeah, what is it? I said, I want a tender from Saudi Arabia. And he was like, what? Iman, you are so young to think about something like that. Why don't you go and finish your education? And you are a girl. And I said, you said that you want to help me. This is what I want. And I have no idea from where I got the tender word. It's not in my world. And he said, okay. Then he went to Saudi Arabia and he asked a guy to give me something from a big governmental things. And that there was no fax at that time. There was only a telex. So he contacted me through a hotel in Egypt, through a telex there, where I received the message to understand what the tender is all about. And when I got the tender, it was about fabric, that they clean the gun with that fabric, which is very rare thing that they wanted from Egypt. It's a certain kind of cotton and this, and it was very specific. And I know nothing about all of these things. And I didn't know how, but I did it. I was running with the train from a city to a city to find out how can I get it done and how can I get it with a good price. Until I get the sample and the end price, it was the best price that anyone can get it, because I added a very small margin of profit, as I don't have any overhead. I don't have someone work for me. I don't have a company. I don't have nothing. So that was like the thing. And I gave them the offer, and it was crazy because I got it. They were like, how on earth you get that? And my only challenge But that time was I didn't have a bank account or a company because I was under 18. So I had to convince one of the people to use his company and to use his bank account to receive the money so I can take the money and I can pay it to that people so I can deliver all of these things. So this is how it worked for me and it worked very well. And by that time I made really, really a lot of money where it's like now you start your own business and the first business you do, you gain like 5 million. So it was something like that, where it was like a lot of money to the point that, okay, what should I do with all of this money? And it was the beginning of success.
And so then what led you to your current business, Ingot Brokers?
Yeah, actually, in 1993, I met a guy that he was telling me about this business and about the local stocks and how to invest. And I had nothing to do with that. So in 1994, I decided to open a company to for people to trade through our company, and also I know nothing about it, so I went to UK and I convinced a broker there to have me and to train me so I can be his agent in Egypt. So the broker said okay, and he accepted to train me, and I stayed there like for 3 months, just getting knowledge as much as I can. By that time my English was not good, so I had to understand and try to explain myself in a way with my few words in English. So they brought for me someone from Morocco that he can speak Arabic and English. And it was much more challenge because Moroccan English, Arabic is not as our Arabic. So I passed that challenge also. And I came back to Egypt and I opened the first company for trading in Egypt and maybe in the whole of the Middle East. And from there, I started that business as an agent for a broker. Then in 2004, I decided to open our first brokerage firm, which is Ingot Broker.
And how big is Ingot gotten today? How many employees do you have? Could you talk about the scale?
Yeah, we are exist in 12 countries, as I told you. We have
Wow.
a big building in Jordan where we have 140 people, and we have another big building in Cyprus. We have around 160 people. We exist as well in Dubai and in Turkey. We have a company in Kenya, Seychelles, Australia, and Poland. We have a big team in Ukraine. So in total, we are around 427 now.
How did you balance being present as a mother while building a professional identity for yourself?
So Hen, I have no idea how I did it. It's like when I look back, I just laugh that I think me and my boys, we did it together. So we were growing together. We were like, uh, don't know where to go, but this is the way. So they were like coming to the work with me most of the time. Uh, it's like, yeah, like I remember that my son, the elder son, starting from age of 15, I told him that, or 16 exactly, I told him, good that you are 16, sweet 16 now. So starting from today, I can't give you pocket money. What I want you to do in order for you to have money, you have to come and work at the company. So he started to come and work, and he used to have a night shift in our company. And this is how they grow up with me.
Were there any personal trade offs which at that moment might have been hard for you to do, but now you feel they were completely worth it?
The hard thing is in business, you mean? The hard thing was to take the decision to move from being an agent to be a broker. That took a lot of courage to do because it's a big responsibility. And it took some really strong heart to decide to be regulated and to go ahead and take the risk to open such business. But
How
it's
do your
worth it.
children see your journey today?
They walked it with me. So they are so proud. They are so proud. It's like sometimes I give them a chance to do a lot of mistakes. I know from the beginning that it's a mistake, but I don't interfere because I want them to fail so they experience this fail. It's not all about winning, winning, winning. Sometimes it's good to see them like failing down so they understand how does it look like. So Like if they are entering a small business, I let them do that. I know that what they are doing is not correct, but I let them do that so they understand what's the value of money, what's the value of failing down, how to know what to do. Uh,
And so, talk to me about what inspired you to consider OPM at Harvard Business School.
in Before COVID in 2019, I applied for OPM. Me and one of my mastermind group, his name is Ninad, and we said let's go and learn together. We always learn together. And by that time, COVID came in 2020, so we couldn't join. And I dropped the idea out of my mind. Then in 2024, I was in my mastermind group as well. And Ninat came back to me and he told me, Iman, it's time for you to go and communicate again with people because you have been like 3 years out of networking. And we want you to go back to network. It's like we always correct each other. We see what's missing here and we go and tell okay, this is the corner that you want to have more. And he said that you are focusing in your business so much to the point that you are not learning something new. So how about OPM? So I thought about it and I said, yes, I'm going. And I came to learn more and also not only to learn, but to have a great connection exactly as the one that we have now.
Is there a takeaway from OPM that has stayed with you since Unit 1?
It's a lot, actually, a lot. Aside from what we learn from all the professors that we met, all of them, they give a lot of things that stops you to understand, to learn, and all of that. One of the things resonate well with me, which is what to do with the people that they grow in your business and you reach a level that they are not giving more. So that moment when one of the professors was talking about that, it stopped me a lot. How to educate them quickly, how to take their hand quickly so they grow with me and they don't leave because they are not qualified enough. And that's where I decided to push all of them to go to Harvard now and to apply for courses there. From people, I learned a lot, really a lot. Like listening to my LG group, I learned a lot about myself. I learned from them. They give me a lot of advices that I took it directly to my heart and I thank them because this is how we grow. It's a lot of things actually.
Iman, how did your discipline for personal fitness start?
Well, there is things that I love in my life that I'm not willing to compensate or to let go, which is number one is my waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning. This is something I love it so much. I love to have 2 hours for myself, beginning of the day, not interrupted, which is my breathing and my yoga or my meditation. This is something very important to start my day with. And the other thing is my fitness. And it's not fitness as much as longevity. Longevity is a word that we hear a lot these days, but it means so much to me. It's not to live longer. It's because I promised myself till last day of my life, I will be on top of my business and I will be on my feet. I want to be like healthy enough, not helping everyone and no one is helping me as a health wise. So that commitment takes a lot. Takes number one to go to gym to exercise, to build muscles around your bone. So you protect your bone. You have a healthy lifestyle. You have a healthy mind. You have a healthy spirit because this is all start by fitness. At the same time, you look younger. You don't look your age. The third thing, which is really you can give because you feel the power. Power in the body gives power to the mind, gives power to the heart. Fitness also, and one every day 1 hour is something very important. And that's why I designed to be part of High Rocks. High Rocks is a big challenge, and I did it last month. And I decided to do every year twice High Rocks. High Rocks, the good about it is it building a lot of good muscles. At the same time, it gives you a very good fitness. So it gives both of them together.
What kind of challenges are involved in High Rocks?
High rocks is a mental things. At the same time, it want a very good practice. Practice on the weight, so you can do the sled and you can do the pull. At the same time, practice well for your lunges. So with your knees, you have to practice well with them. At the same time, the running. So it's a combination between 8 kilometers of running, at the same time, 8 activities. The 8 activities has to have strength and the running has to have fitness. So when you combine both of them, you have a good health, you have a good body.
You also recently attended a mastermind with Tony Robbins and some other leaders. What insight stayed with you the most from such an
Oh,
experience?
and they put me on fire. Like, oh my God. It's like finishing Harvard was like already on fire. And after that, I went to that mastermind and they put you like real on fire, on fire. So Dean put us, all of us together, like we are 30 people to mastermind together. This year, this time it was about how you can, if you have a goal for 2030, how to make that goal happen in 2027 fast, more. How can you do it right now? What can you do now? They just keep giving you ideas from here, ideas from here, ideas from here. And the connection of people, it's a very high quality of people, the 30 person. It's a different level, which like a really good brain with a good financial capabilities, and at the same time they challenge you to make your business doing well. So actually this is a funny story, but this is what happened with me now. So I came back to my business is like on fire from Harvard and the ideas and the doctors and what they told us and all of that. Then Zenith, where the Tony Robbins and Dean and all the people around me were like so powerful with their ideas and the guests that they gave to us to listen to them. And I came trying to educate all the people in the company and the C-level, and they rejected me immediately. They were like, no, no, no. We have our goal, Iman, till 2030. You give us enough business. Our plates are full. We are not going to listen to you. We're not changing anything. So I told them, this is very well. I respect that. Please stay where you are, especially that they are making 200% per year. So for me, I can't dream of more than that. So I told them, very good. Stay where you are. I'm going to build another company by my own alone, and I will come to compete with you guys. And they said, okay, we are here and we are waiting for you. So I decided to build a new company alone by myself. And now this is what I'm doing. Then I went to Spain to meet a company there that I thought that they are good and we can start with it. And here I am. I'm building now a new company to compete with my own company again by myself.
I
With the
love
new
that. You are
ideas I got.
disrupting yourself.
So with the new
So
ideas I
inspiring,
got.
Iman. That's amazing. Amazing. You're also currently navigating business family succession. Can you talk to us about what has been the most complex part of that journey?
The most important is how to start the conversation with your family, which is how you want to do it. Because sometimes your family think that they are in harmony. Where you are from away, you can see that there is something is not in harmony. This person think that he's capable more. This person is not taking all his capability. So what you want to do is you want to, first of all, to arrange the speech that you want to start to talk with your family about how you will do the succession plan with them. And after that, to hire really the who, not the how. So you don't think about the how to do it, but think who will help you to come to do this thing after you talk to your family together. So what happened is I spoke with my partners, which they are my two boys, and I told them that it has nothing to do with who can do what, but we wanna arrange for our business how to grow. If something happened to me, if something happened to you, if something happened to your brother, and how their family will grow and what we can do. And I start to give them many examples from our culture, like as I said in the in OPM, that there is a Yemeni company or a Yemeni family. Their name is Said, and they are now fourth generation. and their family doing amazing together. And they have that big book, rule of book for them, for their family business. So now I'm in a situation of we hired a lawyer and we hired a coach, and that coach is special for a family business. So we can put them all together to build family succession for the business.
If you could speak to the 24-year-old version of yourself, what would you tell her now?
You can do it. You can do it. Don't listen, don't see anything but your goal. So if I can summarize the success that I faced because I was a single mom, alone, no dad, no brother, no one to help, is because I didn't hear the word that you cannot. I put my ear like just like this and I listened to no one, but seeing only a goal. So there was no one who's telling me you cannot. I didn't listen. So if I want to advise anyone, I would say like listen only to your heart and go ahead. Nothing called a failure. It's just a learning. That's it.
Is there any book which has influenced you that you'd want to talk to us about?
Oh my God. A lot of books. A lot of books. Like I love one of the books that I read lately, which is 10 times easier than 2 times, I think. The name of the book, 10 times is easier than 2 time X is easier than 2X, something like that. This book is really very good. And actually, we follow EOS in our organization. So, Traction is a very good also book to read.
Great. Iman, thank you very much. You've been so forthcoming. I'm sure there's a lot of takeaways for anyone who's listening to this conversation. So I appreciate your time and I hope we can meet again soon.
We will meet again soon. Thank you so much, Suhail. Have a
Bye.
beautiful